We are proceeding closer to assess their condition.
This is what passengers on the MSC Meraviglia heard come over the loudspeakers as they sailed back to Port Canaveral on Saturday from a cruise to Cozumel. The crew alerted passengers the ship would be stopping to help these people floating at sea on a makeshift raft. A Fox 35 viewer on board recorded the rescue on her phone. You can see Cuban migrants on the water as the Meraviglia approaches. An MSC spokesperson told us the crew did everything right in a statement saying, "Our crew notified the United States Coast Guard and started a rescue operation immediately." The cruise ship took 24 migrants on board. Medical personnel checked them out, and the crew took care of them overnight until the ship docked at Port Canaveral on Sunday. Once in port, the Coast Guard turned them over to U.S. Border Protection. This is the latest cruise ship rescue we've reported on in the last few months. Back in October, we spoke with a passenger on board another MSC cruise ship who saw a similar rescue at sea.
And it was full of people from Cuba asking for water and just basically asking for help.
Cuban migrants often sail on makeshift boats and rafts in a desperate attempt to flee their country because they are afraid of the future of the government.
Wood surrounded by styrofoam, floating canisters, tarps, and plywood. Ultimately, anything that will float.
Earlier this month, Governor Ron DeSantis activated the Florida National Guard to respond to a flood of mostly Cuban migrants arriving by boat in southern Florida. Just today, Coast Guard crews tweeted they sent 82 people back to Cuba. New numbers released this afternoon by the U.S. Coast Guard show nearly 5,000 Cubans have been stopped by the Coast Guard since October 1st, compared to around 800 in 2021 and just 49 in 2020.
Cuban Americans we spoke with tell us since the pandemic, living conditions in Cuba have gotten really tough. They tell us there are shortages of medical supplies and basic prescriptions. The political situation is unstable, and that has scared a lot of people who are desperate to get out any way they can. Reporting in Studio B, Marlisa Goldsmith, Fox 35 News.